Happy Saturday, Spurs fans. Spurs win. Spurs win. Hope you're having a great day after the well-deserved win Friday night. Who better than against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers? Wemby goes for his 7th straight double-double this week. AD and Vassell breaks the 30-point mark. And the Frostbank Center was hyped after the win. Let's get into both games on today's episode of GSG Nation. What's up, Spurs fans? Let's start with the first game Wednesday night. Spurs losing to the Lakers 122-119. But it was a well-fought battle. The guys fought to the very end. They had a huge fourth quarter with 45 points. That was very impressive. Almost completed the comeback. But the most exciting thing of the night was definitely the battle of the bigs, Wemby versus Anthony Davis. And one thing that we learned from that battle is that Wembanyama is going to go ahead and go toe-to-toe with these bigs, and he can hang. He ends the night with 30 points, 13 rebounds, 6 blocks. Spurs having a total of 6 blocks for the night. And the most exciting block maybe? Well, there's a lot. I guess all 6 were exciting. But one really good one was definitely the one at the end of the half on Anthony Davis to save the 2 points there. This game would be Wemby's 6th double-double in a row. So this is just so much excitement from this kid. He continues to improve and feel more comfortable. And there's a lot of lessons he can learn from this game, especially playing against Anthony Davis. Like the way Anthony Davis uses his body to get great position under the basket. Wemby's going to learn that as the season goes on. And as he continues to get stronger and stronger and his body continues to change, he's going to be able to use that strength to get better positioning. So some of those layups that he's missing up close, once he gets his footwork and his strength, he's not going to be missing those. And those are most likely going to be more dunks for him as well. Wemby's only going to get stronger, so one day he'll be able to use that strength, push guys around. He's going to maintain his positioning. It's going to help him get better at defense. But so much to be learned from a battle like this between Anthony Davis, a great big in the league, one of the best in the history of the game. I think Wemby can definitely mold his game a little bit. Like Anthony Davis's, I think there's a lot of moves he could learn and incorporate in his game, and that he will going forward in his career, from the low block all the way out to the 3-point line. I think Wemby might be able to handle the ball a little bit better than Anthony Davis in the near future. He'll be able to drive to the basket just as good as Anthony Davis and take off from a farther spot from the floor for a dunk or a layup. He's going to have a turnaround jumper. His 3-point shooting is probably going to be better because his shot form's just as good as Anthony Davis's. So just from Wednesday night alone, we can tell Wemby is going to hang in there. He's going to hold his own, and he's going to be able to compete with any big in the league. So really good to see him be very competitive. Lots of fun to watch. Another thing that we learned from him that game is that he's still shooting free throws like a 19-year-old, but that's as expected. That's only going to get better because his shot form is so nice for somebody his height that we don't have to worry about his shooting long term. He's going to find his touch. He's going to find his rhythm. As I mentioned last episode, I think that right now the game's moving a little too fast for him. He's got a lot of adrenaline going on throughout the game, a lot of excitement for him. So once the game slows down, he's going to find that touch, and I think he'll end up being a very good free throw shooter, especially for somebody his height. Another Spur with a great game. Shout out to Keldon Johnson. 28 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 from 4 from the 3-point line, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Keldon Johnson is definitely coming into his own. He's becoming a major contributor for this team, and he's becoming more consistent with that 3-point shooting, which is awesome. Great job, Keldon. Continue to improve. I mean, just those drives to the basket, the aggressiveness continues to be there. I can't just say that enough. It's just stay aggressive. You continuously are. This is not your lone 20-point game. This is Keldon Johnson's 12th 20-point game of the season. So this guy is no wash. He's absolutely found a spot on this team, and he's finding his role. And his role is being an aggressive wing with some spot-ups 3-point shooting right now. Your leadership, your aggression, your voice is so valuable to this team. Just continue to play that role for us. Continue to be our leader. starting to pair well with Wemby. You're averaging the third most points behind Wemby and Devin. So we're starting to see these guys mesh a little bit. Keldon being a major factor into that. This is the guy that's going to be leading our Spurs culture going forward. And we're just starting to see that come together. There's a couple of things he said in the post-game interview that I liked. One was that he stays really positive throughout this period, and that's kind of what's helping him just come to each game with energy and focus. And another thing that he said was that he tells Wemby, to dominate when he can. And I love that about him because it just shows that, like, hey, he's not a selfish guy. He's all about the team. He trusts his teammates. And he realizes, hey, I have a guy that's over 7 foot tall that can just dominate any team. So let's go ahead and try to use him first as our first option. And let's work around that. And so I just really love, like, it's just smart. And I just love that he's supportive of his teammate. Another thing he mentioned in the post-game interview was just that their game plan involves a lot of consistency. And I agree with him. We need to have consistency in order to build something here as a team. Because having that consistency over the years is going to pay off for us. And once we do start dominating teams, the reason will be because the Spurs were consistent over the years. They continue to work and build on consistent details of the game, that now they've kind of perfected that and it's all coming together. Let's quickly talk about how, us fans kind of want to see Wemby play center more. But if we listen to the post-game interview, Wemby himself says, he finds no value in playing the center position. And what's been leading to more of the rebounds was just more of his focus on that aspect of the game and just commitment to it and just trying to do everything he can for the team. I really don't think that we should just limit him to the center position. Like, of course, we're going to put him there and he's going to benefit from it at times. But we shouldn't limit him to just being a big post player. He's shown that he can be more than that, and we should just let his game evolve and see what he can become, because he's going to have that post game and it's going to be more dominant when he becomes stronger. So we just got to be a little bit more patient and just kind of just enjoy the other skill sets that he's showing us. Like, some of those passes that he's making are incredible for a big man. I mean, if he can continue to make incredible passes, and he can become kind of like a Jokic type player too, where he's more of assist first, but can just dominate and score at any time and at will. So let's just give it more time and just see what the team comes up with. I love how he mentioned the HEB commercials at the end of the post-game interview. So fun to watch, that new one. I mean, guys, that was 9 bags across the arms. Oh my gosh, can you imagine 9 bags? That's just one trip every time. One trip to the car, one trip to the kitchen. That's it. But I love that he sees the importance in those HEB commercials for us fans. And they are important to us. It connects us to the team, and it's a way for them to show their personality to us as fans. So really good to see them have fun with it, and I can't wait for the other ones to come out. Before we end the discussion on the first game, quickly want to shout out to Malachi Branham with 19 points that night. Good to see you being aggressive. Good to see those shots fall in for you. You are a good shooter. Really good to see you be aggressive with those drives, and you've actually been better with them, and you've had more touch with the finish. So great job, my man. Continue just to push, be aggressive, continue to shoot the ball with confidence. All right, Spurs fans, let's get into the Spurs win Friday night against the Los Angeles Lakers, 129-115. And I can tell you from being there, man, the Frostbank Center was hyped. What an exciting night for us fans. It was good to see a bunch of people walk in with brand new t-shirts they were passing out. Shout out to Chetty Osman, Trey Jones, Malachi Branham, Zach Collins for appearing at the pregame warm-ups for the fans. And they were also doing some t-shirt tosses. That was fun to see. What a great experience it was. The arena couldn't be any louder. Standing ovation after the game for our boys. You could just, from the sideline and the bench, you could just see how excited Wemby, Vassell, just all the guys, KJ, were for each other, just for the city, us fans, and just it was awesome to see how appreciative they were of our gratitude for their win, and just for us sticking with them throughout this ride and cheering them on this whole time. What a fun night. Couldn't be any better. So glad it was against LeBron and the Lakers. Got to send those Laker fans home upset. I'm tired of seeing so many Lakers fans at the Lakers Spurs games at the Frost Bank Center. I can't stand it anymore. So what a beautiful night it was for us fans. I'm hoping you're enjoying the win. I hope you had a great night. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Just so much upside from that game. Let's get started with Devin Vassell's 36-point night. Finally, Devin breaking the 30-point mark. Well deserved, my man. We can see the hard work you put in off season, during the season, at practice. We could see the development of your game, and it was really special night for you. So happy that it paid off the way it did, and just what a great night, man. You were on fire, and I really think that this is going to continue for you. Maybe not 38 points, consistently, or in the 30-point range consistently, but I can absolutely see Devin just staying in that mid 20-point range. There's just so much upside to his game, just all the hard work that he puts in. His shot is going to fall, and honestly, I really think that it was a fluke these past several games that his shot has been off. I think he's a really good shooter, and he showed that last night. And I think that going forward, his shots are going to fall more. He's going to find his rhythm. He has it, and it's gonna be so fun for us fans to watch. So Devin's just gonna continue to improve. This is not a one-off. This is just the start of something special. Us fans can't wait to see you continuously improve for this team. Thanks for all the hard work that you put in, and congratulations to you on your big night. I like how Devin said in his post-game interview that he's not just a three-point shooter, he's a scorer. So in the second half, when his three-point shot wasn't falling, he took it upon himself to drive to the basket more. An intelligent move, because as a scorer, correct, you can't just, if your shot isn't falling, then you got to do something to create something different for you, a different look, and driving to the basket is absolutely the best way to approach that. So hopefully we see you continue to drive to the basket, because you really have hops, man. You get up there, and they foul you a lot of times that you go up there, and I actually like to see him try to go for the dunk a lot. And so it's really exciting when he is driving to the basket. Hopefully he continues that. He'll get the fouls called more on him, so then he'll be sent to the free throw line, and we'll be able to control the pace of the game more. But I like that he's thinking that, just thinking, I got to do more on offense, and I got to find different ways to score. If you can, make sure to try to catch his post-game interview for this past game, because he gives a shout-out to us fans, and you can just really see the appreciation that he has for us for sticking with them through this hard times. You could see it in his face, and it's just, you could feel the appreciation when he's saying it. He says that he can feel our energy during the game, and that it just really helps these guys just get through this time right now, and to make those pushes during the games. So really love for you guys to see that and check it out, and just feel that same appreciation that I was feeling when I was listening to it too. Overall, what a great effort from the team. We had 7 guys scoring in double figures. Awesome job. Chetty Osman, 15 points. Zach Collins, 16 points off the bench. Good job, guys. Jeremy Sochan did exceptionally well playing defense on LeBron James. There were times, he was just fighting through screens, trying to stay right in front of him. Most of the night, we were trying to double team LeBron James, because, of course, we don't have anybody that can take him one-on-one right now. So throughout the night, you could see the guys trying to double team LeBron, and what was happening was he was kicking it out to the open man for the three. But I started thinking to myself, well, it's because, LeBron's so dominant that we can't stop him single-handedly. So one day Wembanyama's going to be like that, to where nobody one-on-one is going to be able to stop him. So they're going to be throwing double and triple teams, and then he's going to be the one kicking out to open guys on our team. We're going to be hitting the three. I can absolutely see that for our future. That's going to play out so often and be such a big part of our game plan, and just adding more shooters to our team in the future. And I mean, once we get to that point, we're going to be unstoppable. I mean, all those open shots that we're going to have, simply just because Wemby's getting double and triple teamed, and because he's so tall, he's going to be able to make good passes over these double and triple teams. Hopefully it plays out very easily for them when it starts happening. And of course, we're going to see a lot of wins from that. So I think that's a future game plan we can expect to see going forward. And it's going to be so much fun to watch. So great to see Sochan put in that defensive effort and just really try to commit. I think that's just going to be beneficial to his game, and just teach him, a lot of defensive lessons. And just, first off, just knowing that, like, hey, on defense, when you're playing against superstars, you really got to commit. You got to commit, and you have to stay focused for 48 minutes if you want to make any sort of impact or stops on defense. So really good job, Jeremy. Continue to put in that effort and continue to try to take those big assignments and, take responsibility for one of their best players. You already have tough assignments by guarding the other team's point guards, but I think that's really just going to help you out in the future. So just, head up and just keep getting at it. Another thing I think that he'll learn from playing this guard position is just learning how to dribble, because that's something that I think he really needs to improve on. And if he does move back to the forward position, if he can get better handles, it'll just make him that much better of a forward. And playing just defense and having all these tough assignments from smaller, faster guards is going to help him be able to guard the bigger, a little bit slower forwards, because he's already got the height to stick with the forwards. So that's not something that he's gonna have to be worried about. And so playing this guard position, can really just teach him quickness to be better than most of the forwards in the league. So when we're watching these games, it's just good to kind of try to see, okay, what is this new position gonna teach this player? Because he's not playing his normal position, so it's got to be to learn something new. So what new thing can he learn and take that back to him in his normal position when he moves back there? Because in the future, I think that we're gonna move the pieces back to what we want to see. Like Sochan at forward, Wemby more at center, and then we'll have that true point guard. So once we move those pieces back to the normal setting, we're hoping that they have new additional skill sets that'll help elevate their game and just take us to that next level. All right, fans, that's it for today's take on GSG Nation. Just want to let you guys know I'm really happy for the team. I'm happy for us fans, for this city. I'm just so excited to be celebrating this win for you guys. It feels just like a very, very special victory, and it is. Especially, coming against the Lakers. My gosh, how awesome is that? So enjoy your day. Thanks for joining me for today's episode. If you're ever at a game, make sure to try to get a picture with the big heads. Just really fun interaction from those guys. I want to take time to shout out Patrick and Michelle in section 125 for being great Spurs fans. So much fun to enjoy the games with y'all. And shout out to the Coyote for stopping by section 125 and taking pictures with all of us. So fun to see. We love you, Coyote. All right, fans, be sure to keep up with GSG Nation on Instagram and TikTok at GSG Nation, as well as on X at Talk GSG Nation. This is your host, Brandon. Enjoy your day. Go Spurs, go.